Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Over Manga Cast. That time we woke up in a podcast and had to explain manga, our heated adventures, overanalyzing manga that we find interesting. My name is Sam, and this is our 200th episode. We here at the show want to thank everybody for sticking with us throughout all of this. It has been a ton of fun. We've had some amazing manga, some real trash that's been fun to burn, and some fantastic opportunities to get to expand our love for this medium and meet people in the space. It's been fantastic, and we are looking forward to continuing alongside all of you. To celebrate this milestone, we are reading a manga by one of our favorite creators, Satoru Noda's Dogsred. We read chapters 1 through 24. We're going back to Hokkaido, baby. Enjoy the show.
I feel like there's some kind of weird connection to the bears that they have yet to explain to us. And I don't think it's merely in the realm of appreciation. It's oddly sexual in each of the instances.
We'll get to it.
No, actually, let's dive in right here. Why Jay thinks a photorealistic bear is inherently sexual.
I'm talking about the circumstances.
Okay.
Do you mean the part where our main character screams about how his fruity aura is working against him while throwing off his clothes?
I'm just saying. You can't just have the bear existing in the background. There's always got to be like some kind of undertone.
Someone does
around
randomly get naked. You know, I had blocked that part out of my mind, but you're not. I hate to say it, but Jay's not wrong.
And this is how we're going into the episode. Hello, folks, and welcome back to the Over Manga Cast. My name is Sam. As always, here at the top of the show, we talk about our familiarity with what we read. This was a new one for me, like a lot of sports manga. It's not something that I seek out, but when the podcast or Matt have me read one, I enjoy it. Matt, how about you?
Yeah. So, Dogsred, I've been reading since it came out. I'm slightly behind on chapters actually now that I'm looking through my Shonen Jump app. But I mean, this and Martial King are basically the only two things I'm reading up to date on, and Chainsaw Man, obviously. But those three are like the only manga I'm reading nowadays. But yeah, no, this is fun. This is hockey, which if I had to pick a favorite like in real life sport to like watch, hockey clears everything else. And yeah, I don't know. It's more Hokkaido nonsense, which we all love.
We do love our Hokkaido nonsense. Jay, how about you?
So this is a new one for me, though I appreciate being recommended this shining gem. If you'll recognize the mangaka, it's a manga of my other top tier anime or manga recommendation, Golden Kamuy, which I'm a huge fan. So to read more of this work is amazing, and I can't wait to go to Hokkaido. Sounds awesome.
Hell yeah. And Jacob.
I read Dogsred, but there were no red dogs.
Oh, no Clifford.
Yeah, I have no knowledge of this.
All right. And we open up with a solid introduction to our protagonist. He is in the midst of a very important figure skating competition that he's doing. Ru Shirakawa. He is the like top figure skater in the junior division, basically in all Japan, or at least that's what he's going to prove here. And I do love our exposition crowd of fangirls. All the girls in his middle school, and probably several other middle schools as well, have gathered with t-shirts of his stoic face, explaining about how he's so intensely focused. It's because it's the final routine that his mother created before she tragically died.
As you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't hate on it. It's
Oh yeah, no,
effective.
It's definitely an interesting tool, an interesting, very thematically relevant tool. But yeah, our introduction to this reading was very jarring is the wrong word. I just feel like there's a lot of exposition dumped onto us because not only did his mother suddenly die and he was in the passenger seat, so not only did he experience this firsthand, everyone is, I guess, sort of expecting him to be, shaken by these tragic events. Fortunately, he's apparently come out of the accident relatively unscathed, right?
Yep, he's got a bandage on his face that's going to be revealed to be a scar.
Which is awful. Yeah, very, very superficial in the world of ice skating, competitive ice skating.
Like, okay, we know this is a hockey manga going into it. We know that at some point he's going to leave figure skating and join ice hockey. That's the premise. But I do like how much effort they put into like setting up the entire figure skating thing. Like there's all the girls, there's this big competition, there's like media present, with the there's his rival with like the dyed strand of hair.
Yeah, it's set up like this is what the story is going to be about. Because like the other big thing is that like this is like the big like junior competition, not like the final goal of everything.
Yeah. This is important, but it's a stepping stone on his career. And sure enough, he pulls it off. He puts on an incredible show and he um scores so many points that he cinches first place.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like by the end of our reading, it is distinctly out of the figure skating space and into the hockey space. But I feel like the way that they set up his character, because like the rival is like, I'm the underdog, I can't beat you, but I gotta keep trying anyway. And like he's invested in Rao. He kind of hates him, but also deeply respects him. And it's like a lot of effort put into this character for him to
Yeah.
basically just get ghosted a couple of chapters from now.
They have an entire like almost set up comeback of him appearing later, and then Rue just completely freaking leaves him out to dry.
Yeah, he has a tendency of just like, okay, I'm doing this now, and just like without a word doing something extravagant.
Mm-hmm.
He's very dramatic.
God, they really hammer home the drama in this. Um, straight from the beginning because it like there's the announcement of his victory. He's like fist pumping. He's like, "Yes, I did it. I won. This is great." Everybody is like tossing bouquets onto the ice rink. This is so cool. Wait, did somebody throw a chair? Was it the rival? What's going on? He seems so chill. Cut to Rue like lifting up the chairs in the like Victor's Circle interview
Mm-hmm.
zone, hurling them around, like spin kicking in his blades, ripping up the please not the sponsor's billboard.
Yeah, that really did him in. But in
Mhm.
that moment, I couldn't help but, and this is just me in the moment, was really reflecting on, they really kind of played up the fact that everyone was amazed that he still showed up and executed such a impeccable routine that his mom had orchestrated. And then that was very tangibly the breaking point of, him in the moment, I guess, kind of channeling all of his frustration and rage at what had happened, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's uh it's interesting because there's like a couple of different ways you could read why he does that. Because it's like a lot of the people, particularly people who know him, are immediately like, okay, you did this to get kicked out. What the fuck? And it is kind of interesting that they do. I'm happy that they explained this relatively early on, because it's one of those ones where it's like it didn't really the tone of this series is weird. Uh like it's not bad
Yeah.
either, but like it trying to like hang on this like mystery of why he did what he did. Uh I'm glad that they went through that relatively quickly. Like it's not for a couple of chapters from now, but I think actually honestly, I think once you meet the once you meet his sister, Haruna, it kind of gets it's what you expect it to be.
Yeah, I never really even thought there was much of a mystery. I also think a lot of the people around him are telling him that this is like a calculated thing he did, and I'm not sure that's 100% on true. I think those characters are just mistaken. Like this is him lashing out about a bunch of frustrations in his
Yeah,
life.
like I
Mm.
wouldn't say that it's
Mhm.
necessarily just one singular frustration, as we'll certainly talk about it, but I mean, it's revealed that there were multiple things going on behind the scenes, and that this was like a tipping point of like, well, screw it all.
Now we need to go to Hokkaido
Yeah, the
again.
family understandably with mom out of the picture. They are now sent to live with their estranged grandfather. My immediate thoughts is they are estranged, but at least they know of him. They just probably haven't like interacted with him in quite a while, as is demonstrated with some of their conversations and Rose discovery later on. But
They weirdly dropped the line that mom and grandpa have not talked in 20 years,
yeah,
which
but it's
would
obvious they know of him and they know like he is their grandfather. But like I'm pretty sure he came up in like casual conversation. It's just they didn't visit him or talk to him regularly.
Hmm.
they have a very cordial relationship with him, considering that it is weird that the mom and grandpa were no contact for 20 years and they kind of just swipe in. But like, someone needs to take care of these kids, is the other thing. And grandpa is their closest living relative. So that makes sense. But
I guess my read of it is just they don't seem like there's not so much shock that they have a grandfather or that he is, where he lives. It seems like they at least have that base knowledge. They just, I guess, were brought up with we have a grandpa, but mom doesn't talk to him or they don't talk.
Yeah. The other thing that I find kind of amusing is Rao has a bit of a JoJo face syndrome thing going on. Because he's supposed to be in middle school, and he does not look like he's in middle school.
No, he does not.
His sister looks like a high schooler, and she's younger.
yeah, his sister looks younger than him by like a wide margin. And I keep forgetting they're supposed to be twins.
Yeah, they're twins.
Oh, they're twins. I
Yeah,
thought
they're
Yep.
twins, which makes it even more heartbreaking. Oh my gosh. Continue.
But yeah, the first chapter does a good job of explaining, hey, do you know what ice hockey is? We're going to have 3 paragraphs in a row to explain all the rules. And I was just like, oh, those are cool. And I just skipped a few pages.
That sure is hockey.
Yep.
Take your word for it.
Oh, but yeah, they go to live with grandpa up in the frozen north of Hokkaido, a place where there aren't supermarkets everywhere.
Mhm.
There's a lot of coldness. There is one big paper factory, which is basically the economic center of the town,
Mhm.
and also bears. Watch out for bears.
Bears. Gotta
Watch
have
out
that
for the
reminder.
bears.
Acknowledging that bears do in fact exist.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, do they.
Gotta love them bears.
We will get to the bears that happen.
I can't tell. Is the cat that lives at grandpa's house the same cat from our reading in Golden Kamuy?
Might be.
It might be. It might. So to clarify, the cat doesn't technically live there. He's just a stray that is just drawn to Rio, like
to bother him
literally.
because he needs to suffer. He
Yep.
kind of deserves it, and it's funny when it happens, so the universe is going to make it happen constantly.
Yep.
He kind of does deserve to be knocked down a few pegs. I'm just saying.
He's in this weird state of having like way too much pride and like an outsized ego, but he's also aware that he's like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has an ego, but he's self-aware. Like, I think,
Yeah.
and it's like that's if you're gonna write an egotistical character that you're supposed to like, having them be self-aware, and then butt monkeying them an adequate amount is usually how you make them work.
Yeah.
I
Like-
mean, coming from my perspective of sports manga protagonist, I don't even really read Ro as all that egotistical. he's just really confident that he's a really good skater, which that's not even like a brag.
Yeah,
That's
that's
just
not
a true
wrong, yeah.
statement.
Yeah, that's
And
just a fact.
he's also got like a taste for the finer things in life, which I think is more his like big city boy in rural Hokkaido coming out. I don't
Yes.
know if I read that as egotism.
It
The fact he
can be
wears his
because
own merch
because
is
it's kind of yeah. He
Is
literally
something,
wears his
yeah.
own face. Like that's a little cringe, man.
I
Why do
mean,
you buy your own merch?
so yeah, other
Of your
thing though
face.
is can they afford other clothes though? Because it seems like they have barely any money, which is a constant problem for him.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah, I think honestly, I think the big thing is it's a little column A, little column B. You know, it's like where's the line between pride and ego? Because he can back up, you know, what he says about himself, and he's also very self-aware. But at the same time, he wears his face on his shirt, you know, and like
yeah.
that's just that's this type of character. Like it's a well executed, like lovable oaf of a high
I
on
mean, I
himself
would
type.
also liken it to maybe just his age too, because it's kind of like I was gonna argue, like, you should, yes, he's from Tokyo, he's well accomplished, even in the far reaches of Hokkaido, people know of him. So yeah, he has a chip
Mhm.
on his shoulder, but it's also like read the room. He's not good at that.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
not at all.
Yeah, but he's not
Ye-
surviving Blue Lock.
No, no,
No,
he's
he's not.
No.
he's not surviving Blue Lock.
Nope.
He is one of the NPCs that gets kicked out in the first like little mini game thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
And then he
it's
showed up here and this universe is much more amenable to him, so
yeah. It's also
A
here
little-
where we get introduced to the actual rival character so far, probably.
maybe.
That he might be the only rival character. There might be more. I don't know, but
Some say love and hate are two sides of the same coin.
They are. They are.
Listen,
I
there's
fully
a
am in
lot
that
of
camp.
there's a lot of burly men ramming into each other in this manga.
I was
Yeah.
gonna make the joke of we have Yuri on Ice, now we have Yaoi on Ice, but wait, no, that doesn't actually work with
No, it does not. We still have
that's
Yuri on
already the
Ice.
context of so this is another one where like this is a well executed trope that you definitely know. Hot blooded rival, old guard in the thing that we're going to be getting into. The whole conflict here is that there is there's an ice hockey goal that all of the kids on this pond that everyone's skating on says not to go near because it's the something brothers, Genma. It's
Genma.
the Genma brothers will like assault you. There's a fun bit of they painted hockey lines with the blood of the last
Everyone.
people who crossed them.
Very cool, very normal.
I mean, hockey's kind of known for being bloody.
Yeah.
That's why I like watching it.
I like the whole conflict here is because the reason why Ro even wants to skate over by the net is because the ice is so much nicer over there.
That's where the
And-
nice ice is.
And we find out that that's because the Genma brothers every night before a match come out here and like re-season the ice around the goal and like make it nice and pristine. And it's like, well, yeah, no shit, the ice is better where people maintain it, you know?
Well, he doesn't
Like-
know that. He just is noticing, hey, this is where the nice ice is. Why don't I skate on the nice ice?
Mhm.
The nice ice has been claimed.
The Genmas will beat the ever loving shit out of you for it. Yeah, well
Ah.
they sound like unrefined brutes. I'm not afraid of them.
Yeah, there is because like previously we were making comments about how Ro is like it's like egotistical goober litigating that aspect of his personality. The thing that I kind of like here is that Ro is like 85% justified for basically everything he does here because the Genma brothers were particularly the younger Genma brother.
Yeah, Genma the Younger is the real like ball buster. Big Genma is nicer.
He's more chill because he doesn't have as much to prove. but like the younger Genma is, like he is threatening to assault children over, what's supposed to be a public space. But like even after like the shenanigans we go through, and in all honesty, this is the sort of thing where it's like it's just some cool manga depictions of skating. It's better to experience it yourself than to have us give you the play-by-play.
Mm-hmm.
Rao ends up like landing on the goalpost or on the goal and sinking it through the water, or like through like the ice cracks, and it sinks into the lake. And like again, for the most part, Rao is honestly in the right here because younger Genma is so out of pocket with everything he's doing. And yet Rao still feels responsible for the transgression he did, I was trying to prove a point. I didn't mean to destroy your property. Let me fix that.
Yeah. Also, don't jump into the frozen lake after it, you dumbass.
Although I do have questions why two people were not able to drag a hockey goal out of the water, considering those things are typically relatively light.
They can be kind of heavy depending on what it was made out of, and also how deep it already had fallen in, because it really took them a while to realize what was happening was falling into the ice. Like I don't know if it was just a beat.
Yeah, I think the cold may have been a big factor there, because
Fair.
when the younger Genma jumps in, he's like he jumps in, he grabs the goal, and then he's like paralyzed and has to get dragged out by his brother.
Because it's not just normal cold, frozen over pond. This is also Hokkaido winds and everything. So it's extra cold. Definitely not worth dying over It's not worth dying and catching hypothermia over. Gonna be expensive, but you can always get a new one.
Yep. And I like how this starts the younger Genma's fun little gag of having increasingly more snot on his face every time he appears.
He's the little brother, so we have to make him look snot-nosed,
Yeah.
He's literally snot-nosed.
It's great. He tries so hard to be tough, and in a lot of cases he succeeds. And then we just see how snot-nosed he literally is.
In all honesty, it's actually kind of authentic, where it's like, if you're constantly trying to like have cool clip this moments, you're gonna get a few, and then the rest of them are gonna make you look like an asshole.
Yep.
And that's basically what happens to him. It just cuts out all the parts where he doesn't look, or it doesn't cut out the parts where he doesn't look cool.
Very much so. And I do like the in this manga about about a figure skater playing ice hockey, we actually have to get down to that. So we have the loser club full of losers from Loserville, Loser Middle School.
Loserville, Loser Middle School, yes.
These poor guys, like how beaten down to the I know that they have to be like on the back foot for the big moral victory moment of pulling out a win against a vastly superior opponent. Even if it's not like an actual win, they did a thing that solidified the value of their effort, all that good stuff. But it's like they're the last dregs of the hockey team at this middle school, because everybody left to go to the cooler middle school where their advisor went, because he abandoned them. And it's because the birth rate declines are so bad, this middle school is getting closed for lack of students. Like, oh my god.
That happens in Japan. I'm sure you've heard the article about the fact they kept a rail line open into a remote town because there was one last middle schooler.
Unfortunate.
I mean, just to be clear, that happens in the US too. We've been turning like middle schools into apartment buildings for a while now.
Yeah. It has impacts.
I do like how much they set up this middle school closing for it to, in the end, not really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't ultimately matter that much. That's sort
of occurs
like,
because everyone goes to high school then.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's still the momentum of knowing that you're the last class or you're the last team that's going to be able to, like, think about all of your high school, middle school branding. Like, that will become irrelevant. Like, that you'll be the last class that can wear that logo or be from that whatever. So it's kind of, thematic.
Yeah, it's it's strange. I'm not going to say that the manga has a tone problem, because it isn't a problem, but like the manga's tone is really weird because it has, I guess it's just because it's a sports manga, it has these really earnest moments, and but it's very much not serious. And so it it's like the whole thing of like the school closing, and then it ultimately kind of doesn't matter because we just move on. Um it's it kind of sets you up for the sense of humor that the series has. And then, it's just, as Jay mentioned, like there's this, they sort of leverage this like really kind of understandable element of it being a last chance, which is a common thing in sports, anything really.
The middle school team, they're like, we just need one more guy in order to officially have our team be big enough to play. You don't even really need to do anything. You just need to sit in the sidelines. Okay, but I just need this goal. Yeah, we'll give that to you if you work with us. All right, cool. When do we start? In 2 hours. What?
Oh, the Greek chorus kid.
He's a guy.
He is a character that exists in this manga.
Yeah.
He is the person
He is my
who's
favorite character.
He's the person who's live streaming every game with the guy and girl who look almost identical to him, but aren't his siblings because we see his sister.
Yeah, he's a guy.
He's just a little guy, but they get Ro to agree to just stand around and fill out their roster. Luckily, he's got a bunch of old equipment from his grandpa's house that's just sitting around.
Yeah.
I like the setup of how they're all like, oh wow, this is really high quality because it's older gear, and then later we find out it's really high quality because it was Olympic level gear.
Yeah.
More so,
Yeah.
more so the fact that a figure skater's build fits into an Olympic hockey player's, like an adult hockey player's equipment is kind of fun.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was also kind of worried when they touched on the whole of it being like genuine leather too, because again, even at that time, it was like, this is my grandpa's gear. Oh, it's genuine leather. And I'm like, oh no, this leather hasn't been conditioned, hasn't been maintained. Because if you know anything about good quality leather, if you don't use it,
you're gonna lose it. And we
well,
see
about
what
that,
happens.
It kind of foreshadowed what was to come.
It comes up in this game, right? The ending.
The ending where all of her stuff is literally falling apart.
It's a fucking Looney Tunes. Okay, we'll
He's
get to
lucky
that in
he
a
didn't
bit.
get hurt. Like honestly.
We'll get to that in a bit because there's actually quite a lot to this game. The short version is it kind of does the again thing that is a very common sports trope. You've got the new guy who doesn't know how doesn't know the rules of the game, so he keeps getting penalties and infractions. There is sort of a fun element of. It's like, yeah, hockey's barely got any rules. It's basically a full contact combat sport on ice. Just go crazy. And then Rao keeps incurring penalties. And he's like, you said there were basically no rules.
Except for very obvious ones.
I liked
you can't carry the puck.
This manga really sold me when I think midway through this competition, I see him do the typical thing you see when you see hockey depicted where someone reels way back for a huge backswing, and I'm like, that's really cool art. That's high sticking though. And then I turn the page and he's he gets immediately penalty boxed for high sticking. I'm like, oh damn.
Yeah, they did it.
I mean, compared to other sports, and obviously there's some carryover from rugby and soccer, but it's just yes, you cannot carry the puck. You can't use your stick in the air like a baseball bat. What?
The carrying the puck one is actually one of the better examples of this, because like he points out what no wait my rival character, the Genma brother, handled the puck with his hand, and it's like he grabbed it out of the air and then dropped it. You were just skating away with the
Yeah, you
puck
can't
in
just
your
carry
hand.
it. That's traveling, man.
It's
It's
one of those
traveling.
ones where it's like it's obvious in retrospect, but you can kind of understand how this sort of like hot-blooded act first, ask questions never type character could make that mistake.
There are two
Same
parts
thing with
of
the high
this-
sticking moment too, actually.
Yeah. There are two things in this that are my favorite. For one, Rue keeps doing these like figure skating moves that completely bamboozle everybody.
Mhm.
And it's like, what do you mean he somehow is doing the splits and leaning over backwards with his knees at like at two different 90-degree angles? And he's
Yep.
using this to like dodge body checks, move at ridiculous speeds, and keep up with the puck.
Honestly, the thing that I like the most about the whole it's a figure skater playing ice hockey thing is because of the skating tricks that he does, everybody keeps like doing smart things, like looking at his the blades of his skates to try to figure out which direction he's going in next. But because of the tricks, that doesn't work.
Yeah, which is why it's kind of interesting how they bring up that a lot of hockey players have like figure skaters or ex-figure skaters as like their skating coaches. Similarly, well, not similarly, but kind of like how, some American football players will take some ballet to work on flexibility and agility and stuff. Same thing. It's really interesting how there can be some skill set overlap.
I do very much like, I think it's very important that the manga acknowledges that like that's a thing that I think they note that it's American ice hockey players that have a tendency of doing that, because it's one of those ones where it's like, okay, he's a figure skater playing ice hockey. If it's working this well, how did nobody ever think of this before? And the manga acknowledges, no, this has been thought of before. It's just these teams in Japan
Don't really
like,
do it.
haven't done it. Which,
Fair enough.
There's also, I don't know if it came up particularly on our reading. This does take place in like the early 2000s. I don't think
Yes.
that's ever called out, but
No,
Well, they say
the
like
specific
20.
year.
They reference the earthquake or the tsunami.
Yep.
Yeah.
I knew about that for a very stupid reason, actually.
They also say during Rue's like initial introduction that it's 2010.
Yeah, they mention it.
I knew about the earthquake for a very stupid reason. My favorite racehorse ran the Japanese Classic Triple Crown that year. What a fevre.
Nerd.
Orfevre is adorable, and I will hear nothing of the sort bad about him.
I have no comments, just that you're a horse nerd.
Okay, you know what? That one's fair.
Yep,
Also, there's just straight up a Golden Kamuy character here.
Yeah, it really is. It's just an insert.
we find out that the Golden Kamuy mangaka can draw 9 faces and no more.
You're asking too much of him.
Well, okay, that's fair, but he did the face and then the hair and the beard. It's Nihei. It's extremely horny guy. The guy who got so much pussy he moved on to penis.
Yep.
Well, this one is slightly different. He's very chaste, and his one account of love was very pure. So get your mind out of the gutter.
He held hands one time with Rose's mom in college. Are you my father?
Oh, I mean, if we're talking about same face syndrome, like Rose's twin sister is just a Serpa if she like plucked her eyebrows.
Yeah, you're right.
And she has her energy, and I love it too.
Yeah.
It's just a character.
No, I do love the coach. He's great. He is literally just a Golden Kamuy character in this manga. Because like up until this point, Ro has been kind of bombastic and Genma's been bombastic, but Genma can get away with that because he's like a rival character.
Mhm.
So Ro's the only kind of outlier of like, wow, this sports manga is getting real violent. And then we get the coach sitting in the sidelines in his like little L squat, going like, yes, hockey's all about skating. Let me get involved.
But just in case you think he's too cool he's like too cool and like actually L, we see that he's showing serious plumber crack in another panel.
Yeah. And like the other thing that's really important about this match is Ro is over there. He doesn't know how to do anything that would actually help you win the game, but he knows how to skate beautifully, and that's enough to distract people who want to actually win the game with what he's doing. And like the whole thing that's really impressive though is Ro is around there skating his heart out, and the other team has enough people that they're constantly swapping people in and out when they get tired. Ro is just playing the entire goddamn game.
Yep. He's out there skating his little heart off for 60 minutes, barring all the penalties he gets.
Hey, we love a distraction, allowing the others to, I guess, catch their breath in some way, because everyone's just so enamored by his skating patterns.
Yeah.
Everyone is gawking at simultaneously his beautiful skating and his unbridled stupidity.
Yeah, it's fascinating to watch.
You can't hook your enemy player's crotch with your hockey stick, but he did it to me, not in a game.
Yeah, I thought that was an obvious, like, I'm being a jerk move. What?
Also
Turns
to be
out
clear,
you can't punch people in the junk either. What?
really important distinction in hockey. What you're not allowed to do is really how much penalty time are you willing to accept to do the thing? Like
Yeah.
I'll be sitting in that penalty box being like, it's worth it.
sometimes it's
worth
worth it.
Penalty
it.
box is a resource.
Sometimes it's worth it to throw your gloves off so you can connect with someone's fucking face. Like
Go into the sin bin.
yeah.
The sin bin. I love it so much.
My other favorite part about this is when Ro's going around being a fancy boy, thinking he knows what's going on. He gets his eye off the ball for 1 second and gets fucking clocked.
Yep.
Like
Mhm.
flipped over, head connects with the ice. He falls into the ice and has a deep flashback about how he stole his sister's dreams so that he could be the chosen one. So that
Yeah, that
like,
was
there's an entire
sad.
trauma flashback
That's
that
Yeah, he's-
essentially
I want to just like unpack that a little bit. We then find out in that moment that literally their mom had to decide,
Well,
Who
or
was the favorite child?
the mom was running herself ragged, supporting both of them. And
yeah.
that was clearly untenable because Rose sees her like passed out over sewing their costumes and goes, "You don't have the energy to support both of us. You got to choose one of us."
Mm-hmm.
And like the thing that keeps coming up whenever we talk about a sports manga, the running theme of like talent versus like trying really
Appreciation for
hard,
the
love of the
sport.
game. And like normally the manga's the other way around, that just loving the game is enough. But like this has a real strong thing of like, Ro, you're talented enough to make it to the Olympics. Your sister doesn't have that talent, but she really loves the game.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to succeed, so I'm willing to sacrifice for that. And he's just like, you can't sacrifice for both of us. And she's like, well, then I'm gonna pick the person who can go to the Olympics. Your sister,
I'm betting on the favored horse. Yeah.
Mhm.
your sister has fun, but like if I have to make a decision between my two children, I'm gonna choose the one
it's-
who can win.
Yeah, if it's
Like-
about going to the Olympics, like it and honestly, I think kind of an important element here, because of like Rao, having his crash out moment and getting banned from figure skating. It's really important to have both. You need to have the natural like if you're competing at like high levels and like going to like local championships, national championships, international championships, like you're really trying to like climb and not just play to have fun. You need to have the talent. If you don't have the talent, it doesn't matter how much you care. But also you have to want to do the thing. Like there has to be the passion there for it. And that was something that Rao was ultimately missing. Like he won at the junior level, but I feel like had he stayed on that path, all of that like resentment, all of that energy would have dragged him down ultimately anyway.
Yeah, like he really resents his mom is kind of like the through line
Mhm.
here. And like he resents her because she chose him, and his sister, who really loved figure skating, had to give up on that dream. Because as they
Yeah.
established earlier, like figure skating cost a lot of money to just do.
A lot of money.
Because you've got to get dedicated ice time.
Yeah, ice
Mhm.
time's expensive.
And this isn't hockey where an entire team can share ice time. You need dedicated ice time for you. So that's an entire set of ice dedicated to your benefit. And like, it doesn't seem like their family had, like, they seem like they're a single mother
Yeah, because
family.
dad's not
Yeah.
in the picture. The fact that he had to ask, like, "Are you my dad?" It's like, no.
Well, dad's not in the picture because they go to live with grandpa, is the other,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the other.
That's the other big part.
so like it's a single mother who's clearly barely supporting both her children.
Well, it
And
also is painful the fact that they're twins too, because it's not even like, oh, older versus younger sibling. It's like you have to pick, like, on an even scale of which twin are you going to invest in.
Mhm.
And like, here's Ro, who just wants to like make his family happy, but is constantly making decisions that just causes him to resent them. Because he's doing it for them, but he would
Yeah,
prefer not to have to make these decisions.
Yeah, and in all honesty, it's kind of unfair that he does have to make the decision. Like, like his resentment is not like, it's not like necessarily selfish. Like, he is in a bad spot,
He doesn't want to be the burden. Like, he doesn't really like it enough to be the reason his sister had to give up on her dreams, or
Mhm.
the reason his mother is running herself ragged to support this very expensive hobby. Like,
Literally to the point of death. Like, it's pointed out that she died in that car accident because she fell asleep at the wheel. She worked herself to the point of exhaustion.
the thing about Ro is he doesn't have the kind of thing you see from like egoist characters in that they hate teamwork. Someone says Ro isn't a good team player because figure skating is an inherently solo activity. But like in my reading of Ro, I never get that he hates being part of a team. He seems to like really enjoy helping other people. He seems
Hmm.
to really enjoy succeeding as a group. Like at no
Yeah.
point does
Yeah.
he pick other people down so that only he can succeed. He's constantly like self-sacrificing so that everyone can get across the finish line.
Yeah, he like his brand of ego is like, I'm amazing at this and therefore I want to elevate people. And he enjoys helping people. And like, that's a big part of the reason why so much resentment built up on like the whole situation, because if he does what his mom wants, then his sister suffers, and he also doesn't have a lot of, like, he knows he likes figure skating, but he knows he doesn't have the same passion for it that she does. Like, he doesn't want, like, it was a hobby to him. He doesn't want to, dedicate his life to it.
And like he enjoyed it up until he found out what it was costing people is the other thing.
Mhm.
Like he enjoyed winning it, figured like we all saw he loved the score that was near perfect.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but
It's
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 like, at what cost?
no, it's literally the manga does just explicitly say like the fact that his sister's dreams were the cost of that score is just like I don't want to continue this because one strong implication that like they couldn't have continued. There was talks that he was going to get a sponsor, but that's not certain. And then also the fact they went to go live with grandpa, like they're not staying in Tokyo, which he would need to really do to like figure skate. And it's like it
Mhm.
just was clearly not tenable to keep going forward, and they'd already sacrificed so much, and his mom is dead now. So
But
like
it's interesting because also his sister also recognizes his talent and weirdly is trying to encourage him to return to the sport.
Well,
well,
and he even actually calls her out on that. I don't want you living vicariously through me doing what you always wanted to do.
mhm.
That's the reason why she's so attached to the idea, because it's like, if I can't, then I want my twin brother to. And like that's not a good or healthy thing to do.
No, it's kind of a real fucked up thing that they did to Ro, but like that's the problem. They all had 3 conflicting dreams, and what Ro wanted was to make his mom's dream come true because she did so much for them. The problem was her dream was one of her children to make it to the Olympics, and his sister, if they had to pick up Pony to bet on, was not the safe choice. Like it, and it doubled down on Ro that he's now succeeding in his mom's dream, and now he has to succeed on his sister's dream, and like he just resents like that yoke being put on him. Oh, so anyway, he has all of these thoughts in the head injury he's incurring as he smacks head down into the ice. He does seem to black out because the game is at a completely different point by the time he's back up.
Yeah, bro got clocked.
Yeah, that's why you got helmets, but even that, it's not a miracle maker.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it mitigates. It doesn't eliminate.
I do like how the coach kind of just snuckily told him, it's like, hey, by the way, kicking the puck is not against the rules. So do what you will with that.
Kicking the puck.
He then proceeds to do what he will with that.
I mean, yeah, it's just like the only rules: do not travel with the puck, do not hit people in the junk, or use your stick to hit people. Like, that's really it.
He's dribbling it like he's playing soccer, and then they see what he's about to do, and they're like, no, don't kick it into the goal. That doesn't count. Use the stick.
I do like in our Discord, Sam posted the one image of him skating on top of his puck, and he's just like, this is the most there's no rule against a dog playing baseball in here. And I'm just like, so technically that is legal, but holy shit, hockey is a sport where you can just body check someone.
Yeah,
you are gonna break an ankle balancing.
You will die.
Like, you have nothing supporting you. Like, you are just gonna be thrown off that puck if anyone connects with you.
Yeah, and honestly,
he pulled it off because he's a manga character, but
yeah, exactly. And this sort of this moment, it sort of ties into it's kind of a good thing that the shenanigans at the end of the game happen, because like this is a comedy, like this is an action comedy. Up to this point, it has been fairly grounded, and the comedy has really been from like characters being quirky and personalities clashing. And then Ro is riding the hockey puck. It's kind of fucking insane. And then immediately next chapter, you get the big climax to the game, and it's just every piece of gear that is on Ro's person breaks at just the absolute perfect moment.
the skate that he is riding the hockey puck on structurally collapses, leaving him riding on top of it on his like socks.
Well, no, first the blade breaks off of one shoe. He goes on to the other one. Fine, now I'm capable of skating on just one skate. The shoe disintegrates.
Yeah, so remember how they're genuine leather? Almost 40-year-old genuine leather that likely hasn't been used since the 70s.
I like I like how the blade snaps because he does like a full figure skater pirouette of like trip and then lands on the blade, and that's clearly too much stress for a hockey blade, and it just
Yep.
And then everything.
How did he not break his leg, by the way?
Yeah, he's very glad. He's very, very, very lucky that nothing happened to his feet and or legs.
It's okay. The blade absorbed all the impact. That doesn't go straight to your bones.
That doesn't go straight to your ankle with the action lines on his ankle twisting.
I'm sure it's fine. I love as the equipment's just disintegrating, the panel of his grandpa just screaming silently. I laughed so hard at that.
I'm pretty sure he's really worried about his grandson, but also
there might be some other things he's worried about right now.
But also his Olympic gear shredded. There's
so-
like so many things. He hopes his grandson's okay. This is like very
This is too
close.
much for one old man's heart.
It's too much. All this
Well,
is happening.
And in all honesty, that panel of of Grandpa's silent scream is the point where, you know, it should be obvious at this point. Be prepared for shenanigans. Like, this is not a grounded, realistic depiction of hockey. This is shenanigans.
This is not Golden Kamuy's writer going like, okay, I had enough fun shenanigans with my last manga. Now for a grounded sports manga to really take it all back. No, this is
No,
Golden Kamuy on ice.
Yeah.
Shenanigans all the way down.
My favorite part about this is because of this like huge shenanigans of his like equipment just disintegrating. My take is that the other team was so distracted by all this nonsense, they don't see the other like actually good player skate up and just get a goal at the last second.
Yeah. They're like, what am I looking at? Is he going to be okay? Is he going to die?
And of
Like
course,
the goal is
and of course, the only person who's really still going for it is the younger Genma brother, who of course is in this game because obviously is still going after Rao because of course.
And then I love the pacing at the end of this, where after the goal, it immediately cuts to the park. And like he got the net because of his deal, and it's just him hanging out with the kids. It's like, yeah, so I did that one hockey game. I'm glad it's over. We can all just move on. And then like the little nerd character just goes, just like, hey, it was fun, right? And he's like, no, I'm just trying to forget it. And then we cut to like what happened after that goal, which was the entire crowd bursting into applause and like his teammates all hugging him. And just like the look on Ro's face of like, that's what he was missing. He like the like community of people celebrating together rather than like what figure skating was to him, which was just like solitary and like
Yeah, it's a solo sport
you don't
versus
get
a
to
team
celebrate.
sport.
He wants to share the triumph with teammates that he worked together with. Yeah, he is the type of person who is a natural team player who wants to, you know, work with others, wants to please others.
I think it's
Yeah.
also important to point out that, because we haven't mentioned it yet, but, you know, Ro is doing all this crazy stuff, and it's really impressive and all that. They're still getting their asses fucking handed to them. It is 60-0 with 2 minutes on the clock.
This is a symbolic victory.
The entire middle school has shown up to be like, oh, we're going to cheer our ice hockey team on their final game. Oh, they are losing so badly.
Well, they're losing so badly because all the good players left is the other like they are on the team they are playing right now.
Yeah,
That's
there's a
thing.
bunch of
Yeah.
there's a bunch of players on the other team that were former teammates.
And like the idea that they scored one goal at all is
exactly
amazing.
Yeah, and it's such a good panel of cutting to the crowd losing their freaking minds. and you know, Rue being hugged by the entire team. It's so, I'm like, damn. We had a symbolic victory, but a crushing defeat in terms of the game. So, we now cut to Genma the Elder and the Oinokami, I think I'm pronouncing that right,
Yes.
high school team, which is like they're the like high school hockey team in all Hokkaido, basically all Japan. They have been winning this. They've been winning the Inter-High Championship for 19 years straight. And this year, it's going to be number 20, baby. World record setting. It's never been done before. Totally unprecedented.
Freaking dynasty they reference.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I
pretty
mean, like,
demoralizing,
that's
right?
generations. That's generations because it's only 3 years.
Yeah, and my favorite part about like this setup chapter we get is they are setting this up with like his sister going to meet his figure skating rival in a diner, and they're talking about how, oh, I bet we could convince him to get back in because he wants to like Ro wants to see you, and he ended on how like he was outwardly saying like he was kind of done with hockey. He was just like a one and done thing for him. And like they set up this chapter as if what it's going to be is him, like the kind of thing you see in sports manga where someone's tugged back to the world they were in before they found this new sport. And that's kind of like the duality here.
Yeah.
But like what ends up being is it's a bait and switch at the end where he's walking into an arena and they pan it like he's going to go see his rival skate and he's going to react to that. And I love, we get the rival just saying, if my performance can awaken your jealousy and bring you back, then I'll give it my body and soul. And we just see him in the stands looking down and closing his phone. And it reveals he's at the hockey game.
Yep.
Like, he just doesn't give a shit about this guy.
Hockey is cool and he wants to play it.
Yeah. Objectively cool.
Hockey is fun. I
It's very
should watch
entertaining.
more hockey.
You should. I encourage everyone to watch hockey and rugby.
Little inside baseball. I keep trying to convince these guys to go see a hockey game with me because I don't want to see a hockey game alone. It's much more fun to go with people. But hockey's very watchable in person. It's very fun.
I don't think it's so much that
everyone at home, go watch hockey live.
Yeah. I don't think it's so much that we haven't wanted to. I think it's just
hard.
availability.
It's just hard to.
It's hard to arrange. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, yeah, and the bit of Haruna, the sister, talking with the rival. There's a picture of her, or there's a panel of her eating a donut, and it's like, yeah, no, that's the most Acerpa panel ever.
Yep. And then she steals his donut on the way out.
Yeah,
which is
like
also
Acerpa.
a very
Yeah.
Acerpa
For
move.
coffee with his rival.
This is mine.
Oh, mine, and also mine. But yeah, the whole thing here is the high school championship. About like they're gonna win the 20th year in a row. It's a whole like dynasty building thing, and like this is just solid hockey. Like,
oh yeah,
Mhm.
they don't do gimmick nonsense. There's no superpowers. This is just like high class hockey.
yeah. The closest it gets to shenanigans is Rao decides to join the. I'm actually not sure which team he's on the sidelines with, but like that's the goofiest it gets.
I think it's Big Genma's team. He's like down
I
there.
think so.
He's big down there, and his like his classmates. I don't want to say they're his friends yet. They're like, "What the heck are you doing?" He's just like, "I don't know, hanging out."
I'm hanging out with the guys,
With the
watching some
guys.
hockey.
Yeah.
You don't know these people.
But I'm engaging in the sport, guys. Come on.
Love the flashback of the Genma brothers as little kids. We get younger Genma just covered in snot.
Because he's always some level of covered in snot. So we're getting from this.
Yes, we are.
That's how you know it's him.
It's because he's snot nosed
Which
brat.
is funny because he's one of the few
But yeah,
people who
no.
has an actually distinct phase.
Oh, but yeah, like this is just like well played hockey. Like that is what this game is, and it's Ro being entranced with the sport.
Solid from top to bottom, and it's really freaking cool to see the because it's clear that the opposing hockey team, the upstarts from the south, Sameo High School, they have been training to defeat specifically these guys. They're like,
they were an upset to just get there.
Mm-hmm. And they're like, we ain't done upsetting people yet. Because, for one, it is or they get the lead in the first
It's
round.
0-0 until the very end of the first period.
Yeah, at which point Sameo scores, and everybody's like, wait, they're not allowed to do that. What happened? We were supposed to be up like 3-0 at this point.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I like the like pep talk that the coach has with the team where he's saying, we're treating this like it's a special game. Don't treat it like it's a special game. This is just any other game. Just go out, play like you normally do, and win.
Mm-hmm. Which is really cool and good advice. Unfortunately, they are already too far into like getting in their own heads about how critical this is.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because
Yeah.
like they use that pressure to galvanize themselves, and they come back in the second period. They tie it up 1-1.
Mhm.
So it's like there's this push and pull of they are treating it differently, and that's going against what their coach is telling them, but they're also using that as motivation to do better. But it all just kind of crumbles at the very end, where they hype themselves
They
up a little
get
bit
a
too
little
much,
too hyped up.
and they just make rookie mistakes.
Yeah, rookie mistake of they've got to send it to the other side of the field because they're just trying to buy time, and they send it out of bounds, and that's a penalty for one of their players, and now they're
Worth
down a
it.
man, high game, like worst placed, terribly not worth it. Oh my god,
What's worth it?
The least worth thing of
like
all
the
time,
worst
actually.
time for the worst reason.
This is what we call anti-value.
They should have started a fight with one of the other players because then both of them get kicked out. Like that's a whole, whatever.
That would have
It's a
been
whole
way
thing.
better.
No, it would if they started just like boxing on the like throw the gloves down and just started knuckle dusting until I'm not in what I've read, I haven't seen just two people like boxing.
Mm-hmm.
But that is a key hockey experience for me of like you've been fouled one too many times by that guy and not been called, and you're like gloves going down and punching someone in the face.
He's going to
That's
get
hockey.
these hands immediately. Yeah, no, I love her just joining Oinokami's like dugout. He's like, "Go Big Genma!" Standing next to Nihei, who does not care about Ru at all. Yeah, it's I was like
I mean, they try
getting
so hard.
really hyped. I was getting really hyped up, like tensed up reading this because it's like they just keep making mistake after mistake. It's a failure cascade. Is like, okay, the enemy team scored. They're now up one. That means our guy who was on penalty is out. Oh crap! We knocked the puck out of bounds, and our next guy is also now in penalty. Crap,
Basically
we're
for the
still
rest
down
of
a
the
man.
game.
Literally the rest of the game. The penalty was 2 minutes, and it was like a minute 50 on the clock. And they lose. It's the hypest shit ever for Samio, but the entire rest of the arena is dead quiet.
I love that we get the panel that is clearly the other team is the protagonist in a sports movie.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love when you see that in sports fiction where they're just like, hey, remember, the other team succeeded. They beat impossible odds. They haven't won. Like, this is a 19-year dynasty that was like considered inevitable, and they toppled it. That's amazing for them. I'm so happy for them. But like our protagonist team also wanted to win.
Really well done sports series are you get to have antagonists without villains and like really ratchet up tension. And I mean, like, the other kind of nice thing is it could genuinely have gone either way. The protagonist team that we'd been following very easily could have won, and the story would have had a slightly different trajectory, but been ultimately, like, it would have continued. It's very easy to generate tension and interest in this sort of thing. Because for some people, it's like it's not literally life and death. For some people, it really does feel like it. And those are the main characters. Those are the kinds of people that you want to follow in stories like this. And then a Serpa comes to kill Rao.
Yes.
The fact that she even pulls the like, oh no, I've tripped and broken my leg for realsies. He's like, I'm not falling for it. I'm not falling for it. I'm falling for it.
I liked Roe leaving the hockey stadium, like how I am after every hockey game I go to, where it's like, man, that was a really good game. They both tried really hard on each side. I don't really care who won. It was just fun people having good hockey times. And everyone else is just like, we were really invested in one side. You're kind of an asshole. And I'm like, oh, I'm a Bruins fan, so I don't really want to get too invested in winning.
Poser.
That was
They won the
very
Stanley
funny.
Cup once in my lifetime.
I love how he's like, the strength on display was incredible, and it was still so elegantly and beautifully done. Yeah, this is where we have the conversation that we had talked about. Or
Yeah,
this is where
it
there's like
explains in detail what was really
flashback
heavily
and-
implied. Yeah.
and one thing I really like here is that during this conversation, when it's like finally coming out how he really feels, his bandage falls off to reveal the scar on his face.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
And-
could there be any more literal representation of what the bearing two people's dreams had done to him?
I know writers who use subtext and they're all cowards.
Oh. And then we just cut to the perspective of the other team as they're celebrating in their
They're
town
riding
by the
high.
sea. Oh. And yeah, then their town gets hit by a tsunami.
Yeah, the tsunami. The one that would take almost a decade of cleanup
tsunami.
and yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Well, not the, but the one that
In modern times, the
Yes.
tsunami.
the tsunami.
For Japan, yeah.
It was sort of funny.
I'm like
I said, I knew about that earthquake for a really stupid reason. I'm like, wait, what year was this? Is this what I think it is? Is this
Sure.
I knew
real
about
event?
it because I
you're right.
I knew about it because there were drives to help support survivors.
Oh, I'm a hermit. I don't know about that stuff.
I realize now I was like, I don't remember if they even mentioned the date in this reading, and then I turn the page to the next chapter and it says April 2011.
Yeah,
like,
they did
oh.
mention it.
No, it is that one.
Oh, but yeah, that is about halfway through our reading as we find out that their prize for winning that tournament was their town receiving one of the
Gets
biggest
annihilated.
tsunami disasters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
The, like,
realistically, the other team is just the protagonist of a sports manga at this moment.
They're the protagonists of a different story, yeah.
Honestly, that
And,
would
like-
be a cool spinoff.
The captain of that team, whose
Mm.
like family was the biggest fishing
Yeah,
like,
basically the
company in the
family
town.
business gets decimated and is not just
literally-
his family business, but is also a staple in their community. So like needs
Like-
to be maintained.
literally 1 billion yen in damages. Like,
Yeah. So yeah, but we'll talk more
lot-
about that in the
yeah.
second half.
yep.
A lot at stake.
Mm-hmm.
You better stay hydrated for what's coming up.
And welcome back to the show, folks. Where last we left our hockey stars perspective, there had been a major upset in the Inter-High Championships, and then the newly crowned champions defeating the Oinokami dynasty got picked up by a tsunami.
Yes.
God punishing them for their hubris.
Yep.
We cut to April, or we cut back to Hokkaido,
Mhm.
where it is the first day of the new semester for Oinokami, and our incoming freshmen are here to join the ice hockey team. We, of
Mhm.
course, have Little Genma,
Mhm.
as well as Greek chorus kid and Sad Boy.
Yes,
Sad
you
Boy
know
the
that one.
captain.
We
from the
never
middle
talked
school.
about Sad Boy. We just vaguely mentioned good player on the protagonist team in the first game.
He's so depressed. This poor
He's
man.
so sad.
I mean, is he like canonically just depressed, or is he just supposed to be the foil to overly optimistic character?
The answer to both of those questions is yes.
Yeah.
The
He
big
did
thing
watch
with
the
him is
systematic. He did watch the systematic like
dismantling of the team that he had
Yeah,
love
there's a
hockey
reason
with.
for like his sadness. He's, not just a Debbie Downer just to do it.
And also specifically, there were like a couple of characters that like from the antagonist team in the first game, there were a couple of characters who are probably going to come up later who were like former teammates who distinctly left. So like some of his depression is like impotent anger
Yeah.
at like being abandoned.
Yeah, so blatantly too.
Yeah.
And I love the introduction to the Onigami ice hockey team captain, Naoto Koro, the sparkliest man who ever was.
I'm very concerned. We
He
do
also
got-
has an amazing butt.
Okay, that's Jacob. He's standing out there on his own on that one.
No, Jacob is correct. We do see it jiggle.
God.
The
The manga loves pointing out his butt.
He is caked up.
Caked up short king.
Mm-hmm.
Short.
And
He's like a half a head shorter than his teammates.
Yeah.
I think it's a matter of most of his teammates are particularly tall and he's just average height.
Yeah. I didn't get a chance. I didn't get the sense that he's actually like short. Like he's not a short Kang.
He's a short king in this particular context.
Yep.
In the land of giants, I am a short king.
It's me whenever I hang out with Matt. But I love it because Lil Genma tries to start the introductions, and it's like, hold up, there's no need for introductions yet. After all, most of you will be dead by sundown.
The
What?
foreshadowing.
He doesn't actually say that, but he's like, no need for self-introductions yet.
He basically says that.
Yeah. We need to see who gets filtered out by the training.
Yes.
Everyone grab a log that we're going to imply has lead weights put inside it.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's like it's a weighted baton thingy. A bocal.
It's like it's like corking your bat, but worse.
Yeah, each is 6 kilos, and because when you're playing hockey, you have to keep a firm grip on your stick at all times. So this
Makes
is
sense.
this is to train grip strength.
Mhm.
And here we get the running thing of this training arc that lasts the rest of our reading. Greek chorus kids saying that everything Oinokami does is legendary, which, considering the 19-year win streak of championships, yeah, that's pretty legendary, but you don't need to say that literally everything in their training routine is legendary.
We also get the other running joke of everything that they hand Rao being phallic.
Yeah, because he's the golden child, so he needs a little extra weight in the form of a bulbous head at the end of his rod.
What is
Yes.
this, the Kanamara festival?
Don't they all?
No, specifically only Ro.
Yeah. He's the only one who's got a
Huge
dick.
dong.
I see what you're putting down, and I agree.
So anyway, like many a track and field coach, the coach comes by in his van to chase down the
Yeah, you
hockey
have to. You
players.
have to be in a vehicle because that's the only way these kids are gonna learn.
Yep. And if they don't keep pace ahead of the truck, they will get hit.
Damn.
Do you want to be a hockey player or do you want to be roadkill? You've got two options.
And the track and field team I was on in high school were pussies.
I mean, seriously. I like the coach has a little Snoopy figurine. It's a little hockey Snoopy bobblehead. And we find out the coach really loves Snoopy to the extent that I'm really wondering how they just got away with as much as they put Snoopy in this manga.
But
Yeah.
you see, the copyright rule in Japan is you can either say the name of the thing or show the thing. You can't put both together, and nobody says Snoopy.
They just call it the Peanuts van a lot.
They do that.
Which, like, okay, you're really taking the piss now, but cool, whatever.
The van chase is also where we get reiterated the run like mad sled dogs, which is presumably where the manga's title comes from, I guess. Sure, why not? Uh,
There were no red dogs in Dogsred. I want there to be dogs.
there was not a basket of fruits in Fruits Basket, just a house full of them.
Yeah. There is the experimental forest behind Oinokami High School, a rich and biodiverse wooded area that is popular for recreation of the nearby town. It's also called the Forest of Screams for all the hellish training that goes on in it.
And also bears.
And also the
Bears.
bears.
Maybe they're related somehow. Who knows?
Well, the biodiversity has to come from somewhere.
Yep.
So they all run through the forest, being chased by a van and carrying their 6-kilogram dicks
Yes.
As you do.
until they reach the pond, where they have to. We also get just the. I know what the manga's going for, but I'm with Throw. I categorically disagree. You should not. This is how people die. You do not deny hydration to people going
Stop
through
being
intense...
a bunch of babies.
To be
Little
fair, Ro
birds.
keeps saying that constantly.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Like my mom was like an expert Olympic level nutritionist. Like, this is not healthy. What the f are you doing?
Some of us are going to die.
Yes.
So
You don't just try not to be one of them. I don't know what to say.
they kind of cover their ass on that a little. There is a throwaway line, if I forget if it's at this chapter or the next, where the coach runs by someone who's collapsed and like insults him and then feeds him some water as if he's like punishing him. But the strong implication being from like the coach's point of view is that he's keeping an eye out for the people who actually need to hydrate and is hydrating them. But like the whole point of this is to like get used to not overhydrate, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know enough about hockey when he says drinking too much water slows you down. I
Well, I'm thinking
know
like
that's a thing in some sports. I don't know how much hockey counts for it though.
I don't know if he's trying to, because what I can think about is like similar to if you've been through a rough scrimmage and you drink so much water, you get like a stomach full of water. It kind of like has the same impact as if you just ate. Makes you kind of lethargic because you're
Makes
full.
you sick, yeah.
Yeah. The thing is, the manga is not taking this particularly seriously. This is a bit. So
Mhm.
the extremity of it is like the joke here.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a very funny joke where while they're after lapping this pond like 60 times because they need to hit the 50-second mark in running around it, they run to their next location, and as they're making their way, they pass by a cabin in the woods, and Ro, not ready to fully ready to die in a horror movie for a sip of water, goes there to ask for some water, and there's an old lady, and she gives them water by waterboarding them. Some kind of like Hokkaido tradition. You're being tortured.
This is what the U.S. military does to prisoners.
I kind of expected there to be the cabin to be a she's in on it thing.
I mean, she is. That's
Yeah.
what is immediately revealed.
And then we get my favorite panel, which is the coach coming from the background with a sopping wet towel ready to waterboard these boys. And he's got an angry Snoopy playing hockey on his apron.
He really loves that Snoopy, not Snoopy. Yeah.
Japan loves Snoopy. What can I say?
Mm-hmm.
They do. And
But yeah, it turns out this entire experience is also used or indicative of who could be the next captain of the team.
Yeah, because a captain's someone who doesn't just blindly follow orders and also thinks outside the box.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a good moment where honestly the coach up to this point has kind of been mostly played for comedy, but like he's also had moments where he's like, no, I have my eye on the protagonist, not the person you expect. But then like that usually gets subverted. There is a moment where he's just explicitly, I like that he pushes back against me. I respect that. I'm never gonna let him know that. But
So, I love how just going to the old woman's house for water is the tradition to discover the captain. Also, all the people puking from exertion are just like, "Hey, Ro, it actually moistened our throats." I
It was
I don't
so
think that's
collectively single brain cell activity.
Oinal Kami's legendary gag gargling.
Oh my gosh.
don't like
You
it.
You don't understand. In Western countries, they consider burps the same as farts. So when you vomit in front of people, it's like taking a big, messy dump right in their face. How could I be so uncivilized and uncouth? The fact you said that entire sentence out loud, bud, is more uncouth than anything else happening.
Yeah, yep.
I've always said so or something. I don't know.
But again, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be a Satoru Noda manga without a bear. We are hinted at this with a bear paw watching the kids from the side of the road.
I like at the end of the volumes, they have like a little
yeah.
explanation for some of the terminology, and and the last one is just bear, the strongest creature in the north.
I mean, yeah.
Bears, my god.
Oh,
I like the next arc of the training arc is the first years have to climb an incredibly steep mountain and touch the shrine at the top. And they've got to do it in a certain amount of time, otherwise they're gonna have to do punishment games or whatever. It doesn't really matter. And they get close to the top after like dragging these really heavy weights up a very steep hill. And then the second and third years are there just pushing them down the hill.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
like
this
you need to
isn't
get up there
training.
in
This
2
is hazing.
It's like you need to get up there in 2 minutes. I mean, it's a steep hill, but we can do that. Come on, guys, there's time to spare. It is hazing. You are correct.
Yes.
At the very least, hockey is also a combat sport, so blocking,
Oh, yeah.
like getting past it's not just beating up for the sake of beating up, but yes, it is also hazing. Like
Yeah.
Por qué no los dos? It is productive hazing.
You get to be mean to the noobs and make them better at the sport. This is great.
Yeah, it's a win-win. Yeah.
so anyway, the first years lose and they got to do 20 squats with the giant penis.
Yep. As they deserve.
Only Rouse is the giant penis. The other group of have a normal one.
And he's
Wow.
right up there by the bell end.
Hey.
Yep.
That's the most powerful part.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have another rule that you're not supposed to smile or show your teeth at all, because that's how you lose teeth as a hockey player.
This is true. This is true.
So, and the second year is no, this is the deal, and then walk away with their pants down, like just showing their bare ass.
Yeah, to get a reaction out of
Leaves
you.
in the crack.
Yep.
Leaves in the crack sounds like a Weird Al Yankovic parody of
Leaves in the crack, new band name.
Leaves
I
in
called
the
it.
crack. Leaves in the crack.
Weird Al parody of that K-Flay song.
Yeah.
Of course, the captain has the most leaves of anybody.
He's got the most leaves of all because he's got the juiciest buns.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Just an entire big diaper load of leaves.
You guys would die immediately. I'm sorry.
Yes, we would all.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah, no.
I would have to do like 1 billion squats.
While holding the giant penis, I would be crushed.
The next
and
chapter
then-
has deer in it.
It does.
Yeah, it does.
They're very cute. I want to pet them.
Yep. And
I do love how Ro is so dedicated to being at least a little bit clean that he defies physics in order to not fall into deer poop.
yep. And they lose the defend match against the second and third years, so they've got to do 20 more squats. They all pass out from just too many squats. They just fatigue. They drop the large dong. It starts rolling down the hill and then just smacks straight into the ass end of Peanuts, the coach's beloved van. Prompting my second favorite panel or reading, everyone looking like to the side, not wanting to make eye contact with him, and the coach just going, "You buggered my van."
You fucked up my van.
Specifically, his van.
Yep. It in the ass.
Yep.
Which, of course, makes someone laugh, which means more Oniboko.
But the teamwork starts getting in, and the second and third years are just like, "Hey, we're gonna be here all night if we got to keep watching you guys do squats," and they help out, and that's what kind of kickstarts the whole thing of like, if you want people to succeed, you gotta pull them along. That happened in the race where they had to get under a certain time. Rowe and the other guy who were really good ran to the back of the pack and were pushing people past the finish line because it's all about teamwork.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's kind of nice because like there, on the one hand, there's like the second and third years, and especially the coach are like, do it for yourself, don't help each other. This is this is all about you. But then the different like things are like actively incentivized to get you to defy doing that. Like there's that element of don't just listen to what I say, think for yourself, and that's how you come together as a team.
Yeah, it's really cool.
But yeah, because of that, they're finally allowed ice time, which is insane because they all want to die, and most of them still haven't gotten water yet.
Mm-hmm. Like, you're trying to kill these boys. I'm sorry.
I mean, mildly. That's kind of the deal of the day one training, though, is it's being like explicitly super hard. We find out when the coach is talking to like the staff assistant in there about how they've got so many people showing up for the first day, and like it's so rare for like kids to want to play hockey nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
And he's still got to cut all of these people down to only 30 players.
So they're doing it specifically to be like, we're making it as hard as we possibly can.
Like the first year's got to quit because we can only take the best of them.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I guess if you were raised sort of in this culture, you would have done the smart thing and hydrated the night before. Carb loading, all that.
But I love how everybody else is like dead and ready to like not do anything once they're out on the ice. Rowe gets the skates on and he is light as air. It's like he did
immediately
nothing.
figure skating again.
Finally. He's like, I could ice skate in my sleep. Literally.
Fish and water.
Oh.
Yep. So we we also get one of the members of the team. There's this whole thing of his name is Yoshiyama. God damn it. I'm just imagining fish cake forehead man. His Hokkaido dialect is so thick that and he's so bad at enunciating that nobody understands anything he says.
Yes, and I love it. I had to look up the dialect, and literally there's a distinct dialect, yes, but also the fact that he doesn't really enunciate is really just fantastic.
Nobody
But
understands.
It's basically
a goddamn thing.
Boomhauer.
yes.
Dang old hockey, man.
Get some whale meat down on the menu.
Couldn't agree
Yes.
more, Boomhauer.
I've been trying to read the same goddamn 2 sentences on this article about carburetors.
So they do some pass and receive training. It's like, yeah, Rowe's really good at skating, but he's so pathetic at hockey. We've all seen it. And then he actually successfully catches a hockey puck, and it blows everybody's mind.
Yeah, like they're literally assuming. I mean, time has passed, obviously, because then he says, like, for the past 2 months, he's been practicing with his grandpa. And yeah, I guess they assumed he wouldn't even pick up a basic understanding of the game in 2 months. Like, geez, throw him a bone.
He explicitly does pick up a basic understanding of the game, which is what's really funny about it.
Yeah.
But they were literally, it's like, it blew their mind. I'm like, yeah, it's been 2 months, guys.
Well,
the thing you've got to remember is that they're getting their impression of young Genma.
Yeah.
Who is saying, yeah, he's just a pansy who doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Rah, rah, rah.
It's a really funny scene though, where he receives the puck and he's like, "Yeah, you got to really focus on the angle you go." He gives like some basic hockey advice, and then the person he's telling it to just goes, "Oh, cool, man," and then points out top 18 Japanese national athlete. It's like, good to know, buddy.
Hey,
That's
he's like,
really
I'm trying to be
cool.
encouraging here. It's like, yes, good job.
Oh, but yeah, we get our little scrimmage, and we find out that the main difference between American hockey and Japanese hockey is America. The defenders kind of pair up together, and then the three forwards go off in their own direction, which is a
And it's a
statement.
center and one of his wings. They become closer than a married couple.
Yep,
Very specifically.
yep, they do plant that seed, and then immediately go to the younger Genma and Ro, which is
Yes.
interesting.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'd make the Yuri on Ice joke, but that's already part of Yuri on Ice.
Yep.
I didn't know Heated Rivalry was a manga adaptation. Why can't we go to the boy-aquarium?
Boy aquarium. The aquarium full of boys.
That's what hockey is. It's look, they let them run around.
They let him around, get into fights, all that kind of stuff.
Nothing bad ever happens at the boy aquarium.
No,
When
wait,
are they
different
gonna kiss?
mangaka.
Oh no.
And that's how I got banned. I'm not sorry.
No, you see, they have the face masks so that they don't kiss too much.
It's actually explicitly to stop them from kissing. The magnetism is too great.
Yeah, so they do a whole bunch of ice training. Ro is really impressing everybody by not being a complete failure.
Wow. Good job, bro. Bare minimum.
Good job being the protagonist, Ro.
He still can't resist showboating though.
He's a fancy boy. He's got to do it. And
Yep.
they end the day with that speech I mentioned with the assistant and the coach talking about how like they got to kick some of these people out, which is why he's being such a hard ass. He's always a hard ass, but that's why. And Ro is just sitting on the sideline. Everyone else is doing their sprints, and the coach comes down and is just like, "Hey, you quitting already first year?" And he's just like, "Oh no, I finished a while ago. I'm just waiting for the rest of the team to be done."
Yeah,
Can all-
and he's just like, damn.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's so fucking hardcore.
Yeah.
So I was the first one. Can you do the baby bird thing?
Baby bird me, please. Peep, 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 peep.
Beep 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 beep.
Peep, peep. This is like,
Beep,
Ro just
beep.
wants to be part of a group.
He
That's
does,
all he wants.
but it comes off super cringe.
And he does get baby birded, so you know
Yeah,
what?
Well, he asked for it, and he definitely deserved it. So yeah.
I mean, the like narrative stroke karmic punishment is immediate because this is when we get the
Are you my father?
Yeah, he's like, me and your mom dated in college. What? I want you to know we had a pure relationship. That doesn't give me any consolation. What does that mean? Why would you specify that?
We held hands.
And then he vomits. He vomits the pure water he just drank all over the wall.
Yeah, and I'm just like, imagine the others like faces being like, what a waste. All of that time, all of that water, straight onto the
We
rink.
tried so hard to get
Is that-
that water, and you vomited all up, you bastard.
Are you
You're
my father? Hell no.
And then we get my hockey fist fight, and I'm so happy.
Yes.
You can't come any closer in this fight. I'll cut you to pieces as he camel spin.
Yeah, and this is Ro yelling that this is kind of nonsense that they're doing all this stupid shit because this is the year of our Lord 2011, and like withholding water and then just running until you're ragged isn't like a training regimen. It's
Mhm.
like, and the other thing is they've been doing this for generations. They just fucking lost. I don't. If you did this last year, you failed last year. You know, so doing
Yep.
the same thing again. What are you doing?
what we're doing
Yeah,
is getting you kids off of this ice, and now you're getting chased by a bear. I was so ready for this to be Coach Nihei in a bear costume. But no.
I was too.
They all wander outside, and a photorealistic bear shows up, and then chases everyone down. They're running away from the bear. The little egghead kid immediately disrobes and throws the clothes for the bear to eat.
Because it's
'Cause
the
he's
author
using-
of
he's
Golden
smart.
Kamuy. There was a bear involved. It got weird.
Yep.
Yep.
This kid has comically large nipples.
Can't let this guy get away with anything. Jeez, that's immediately what you zero in on. Okay.
Pretty funny.
You have to throw your clothes to distract it. This is the uniform my grandfather bought me. You do it. I already did.
Already did. I'm already there, man.
That's actually
did.
it's really good paneling because it's like one panel he's clothed, then it's a close up on Rao, then there is just a headshot of Greek chorus kid saying "throw your clothes away to distract it." Another close up on Rao, you do it, and then a wide shot of Greek chorus kid
running butt ass naked, GoPro still strapped to his head. I already did. It's really great comedic timing. We also find out that the bear was not really slowed down by the clothing at all. So
Nope.
they all split up because the bear can only eat one of them, and then it will be full.
Yeah, you just
But then
have
it will become
to.
an
If you're
evil
being chased
Kamuy.
by a bear, just make sure you outrun the slowest member of your friend group.
And make sure you aren't the one wearing fruity perfume, because bears love it. Bears can also climb trees, so don't immediately climb a tree.
That was because it's like this oh, look at how badass the main character is. He's ninja running up this tree. Wow, bears can climb trees. What?
Yeah, they've always been able to do this, so don't. Yeah.
I mean, that's also really fun comedic paneling, because it's like shonen action hero of him running up the tree, everyone being impressed, and him going like,
damn,
yes,
this is
because I've
Naruto?"
got guts.
Yeah, you got those yummy guts. That bear wants them.
Yep. And then like a smart guy with a caked up ass going like, hey, bears can climb trees. What? And then we cut to the bear halfway up the tree eating his shoe.
The really funny thing is, as I was reading this, I'm like, is that a black bear or a brown bear? Because that was either a really good or really stupid idea.
And as it turns out, really
then we get-
stupid.
This is such an amazing series of pages we get, because it cuts to the inside of the van. The Snoopy bobblehead is wagging just constantly. We hear vroom as he accelerates off the ground, and his van crashes straight into the bear. The bear goes shooting off screen, tumbling down.
Comedically, it's beautiful. Pure cinema.
Then
Photorealistic bear yeeted off the tree.
Ro falls down, hits the roof of the van, falls onto the ground. The van then crashes into the tree and explodes.
With Nihei stepping out of it cool and collected.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Holding his Snoopy bobblehead, saving it from the inferno that has erupted behind him.
Everybody cheers until he has to stop, drop, and
He stands up and goes, "Sing the school song!"
And they sing around the burning van.
Said volcanic clouds. I can't do that to.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
I just love that I can only assume those series of pages were like, hey, people are saying there's not enough action in your Dogsred manga. I'll have a bear get hit by a car and then the car will explode. They're gonna fucking like that.
oh.
As it turns out, yes,
A
we
bear
did like
will
that.
die on every page.
And the final battle is so great. Thus began Onakami High's road back to the championship throne. And it's like them in the clearing. They're gathered like cultists before their leader as the car burns. There's a shooting star. Like,
It's beautiful.
It's art. Put that
I'm
shit in the
hooked.
Louvre next to the
Next to the JoJo panels.
Yes. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Yes.
Oh, And then our final chapter is Ro biking home, having to scare all the deer across from him,
Morsika! Wanna pet him.
getting his sticks caught in the spikes of his bike and flipping over. Greek chorus kid drinking a coffee because his mommy picked him up, going, "Hey, you better put those away safely." Well, I'm gonna get back in. And then he drives
Step on it,
safely.
Ma.
Get me away from this weirdo.
He's just dead inside the foyer of his house with the cat loafing on him. Sister, please help me.
And she just walks away because no.
They the team all goes home. They show up the next day. Half of the first years don't come back. There's a whole gimmick of like a big old kite flying in, and they're like, "Did Ro make a big dramatic entrance with the kite?" And he says like, "No, I was over here the entire time."
He's just under a water barrel or something.
It had nothing to do with the kite, and I'm just like, I wasn't expecting a screw the audience joke in a manga, but here we are.
Then who was Kite? Why was Kite?
Oh, but they want to become Olympic champions, which means they first have to be the very best in Japan, which means they will crush every single person who gets in their way, no matter how much of a shonen action movie backstory they have. We cut immediately to the captain of the team that was destroyed by the tsunami, him saying that he's not going to go play professionally and that his high school year is his last chance because he's going to stay at home and help fix the family business. So this
Yeah.
last year is his final year, but he's going to guarantee that his team doesn't lose to anybody.
And once again, we are at a last stand posture. I really had to give my respects to him. He's literally having to sacrifice his dream for the family business. A real pillar of the community because it's a fishing village. And yeah, so he's going to have to opt out of going to school and continuing to go, what is it? Did he say it was like pro or semi-pro?
He was going to play for a professional team.
Yeah.
And he's dropping out of his college game. He's going to stick to
So he's doing because again, 1 billion yen in damages.
Yeah, it's pretty expensive. Pretty pricey.
Yep. But yeah.
Well, he even mentions the fact that he's just like, I'm having to get up on my professional career, maybe, after I retire. And that just made me sad.
Yeah. Really freaking depressing.
I love all the setup they do for this other team. It's like the other team, like from a meta like trope perspective, deserves to win.
Oh,
they
yeah,
had
they do.
a tragedy affect them. But I don't know. It's the Blue Lock fan in me that goes like, good. They should fail. The more they fail, the more your victory means.
The more they'll have to fight for it to attain that glory.
Oh.
Well, yeah, this brings us to the end of our reading. So, favorite character and favorite of the hockey games that were played. It's hard not to love Ro. He's an excellent main character, but I really like Little Genma.
Yeah.
He had it feels like I had this weird like link in my brain when we were talking about like their initial confrontation on the pond. They're kind of Ro's kind of like Sasuke, Lil Genma's kind of like Naruto, except both of them are from Temu. Or just in an entirely different genre.
Fair.
That's the actual reason. But like it's interesting to see like the way these two perceive each other, and we get so much showing what they're like actually like, and it really enriches like the rivalry and the characters. And yeah, Little Genma's great. He's a snot-nosed little brother and also a bully and also the coolest guy on the hockey team in their year. It's cool. He's a fun antagonist. And for favorite game, it's Loserville Middle School's final game. Just I know that the Onokami losing their throne was was in terms of raw technicals a better game, and also very, very impactful on the story. But fuck, Rose shenanigans were so great. Getting penaltied every 2 minutes. How about you, Matt?
I mean, you know me. How can I not say Ro? Ro is whatever I love in sports manga.
Yeah.
He's talented. He loves the teamwork. He's got the fun edge that makes an otherwise like very clean hockey manga got a little bit going on. I love him. Favorite game, I am also going to go with the original loser match because it's fun. It sets up the Genma Ro hypocrisy. The kind of like conflict. I don't know why I said hypocrisy. That wasn't the word I wanted at all.
Dichotomy. That I think you're looking for dichotomy.
Probably. No, it's very hypocritical of them. No. But yeah, I liked it, and it had the fun, just nonsense of his equipment just dissolving, and yeah, it's just fun. Although, God, was the like actual game that happened between the two, like the actual finals, that was just amazing hockey. That was just like quality sports manga right there. Oh.
Yeah, that was really freaking good content. Jay, how about you?
Nothing new here. I would have to say that I agree with Matt's assessment of Rio, but I have to also give kudos to Haruna, just because she's in a tough spot. As we kind of unpacked here, of knowing that you were obviously,
Passed up for the glory.
Passed up for your true passion and your true love. Your dreams were shattered in an instant, and still, in spite of that, you are still vicariously trying to encourage your sibling to pursue a dream for both of you. I still think that Ro still likes the game. That's why, or he likes skating. He's good at skating. He's able to fashion this into something that he genuinely likes. So, and obviously there's a path forward to the Olympics. So this is what we're seeing, is the way he's sort of making their dream, his mom and his sister's dream, his own, because he's still skating. But he's going as a team, and he has, other people who can not only depend on him, but obviously want to see him succeed as well. So at first he was kind of dragging his feet and everything about, I have to move out to the middle of nowhere with our grandpa that, is just old and, kind of, we've been left to the waste, and he's finally found a way to sort of build and integrate into a community that he's able to kind of integrate and adjust to. But I like Haruna's sort of steadfast encouragement. She doesn't really fully understand how he's evolving and changing, but I do appreciate that despite everything being thrown their way, she's still trying to make it be encouraging and uplift, as opposed to like carrying out, you've ruined my life kind of.
Yeah.
A lot of the you've ruined my life narrative, I think, seems to still resonate from within Rio, because he realizes in a way he has, but she tries not to make him dwell on that. And I appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
I mean, she does kind of just leave him to die at the very end there, but to be honest, he deserves it.
She's still a sister. She's
Yeah.
still sibling energy.
Yeah, that is a very sibling energy moment.
And the favorite game that was played. Which was yours, Jay?
Well, it goes without saying, I have to say the first game where all the shenanigans transpired. I felt a gut punch when the skates sort of fell apart. Yeah. I was on the edge of my seat for that one.
Same. Like, holy shit. Is this boy about to die? Is this actually
End
is this gonna be
of series?
is this gonna be
No,
the story
younger
about
Genma is the main character now.
I was about to say it becomes Little Genma's story in honor of the the city slicker who came to town one winter.
And then died tragically.
Oh, and
Hockey
Jacob.
killed my rival before I could get homoerotic overtones with him.
Favorite character and favorite game, Jacob.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I don't really feel like the characters stood out to me very much. Obviously Rao is kind of the like we spend the most time with him. The Sika deer were really cute.
Good pick. Yes. Yes.
In all honesty, I'm kind of glad that you mentioned the grandpa because I like him too. I think probably the air quotes correct choice is to say Rao, but just because everybody else did, I don't know. I like the grandpa. He's there's a lot to him. I feel like more is going to get revealed, and that one panel of him watching his Olympic hockey equipment literally disintegrate off of his grandson's body.
Grandson, like literally, that would be a nightmare fuel. Because remember, this came on the downswing of him feeling such pride that his grandson, that obviously he didn't have a relationship with, came, like they found each other, and he has an interest in his old, hobby, his old sport. He's like, yeah, this is awesome. Oh no, did I just send him to his death?
Oh god, he's going to die, simultaneously destroying the legacy of my glory.
Just about the worst turn of events that could possibly happen.
Exactly.
Oh, and as for favorite game, I'm gonna say I'm actually gonna go with the Inter-High Championship. Everything mentioned about the like nobody junior high game, like I echo all of the good points mentioned there. It's really good at what it's trying to do, but as someone who I every time hockey comes up, it's like, yeah, I should look into that. That seems like it's a sport I would like, and never do. And just seeing really good technical hockey and it all being played very serious, very straight, with the only real jokes coming from the sidelines. Yeah, it was cool to see. It's a good way of introducing the audience to the real hockey that this is a pastiche of, I guess.
Yeah. All right. And would you continue reading? Yeah, I really enjoyed this. I found myself, it's like, okay, I'm gonna pace out my reading over a couple of days, make sure that I'm not going too quickly, don't want to burn myself out. And then I once I hit the Onokami arc and like them losing the crown and then the training, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna stop. I'm just gonna read all the way through to the to the end of our prescribed reading, and totally worth it. Matt, I imagine it's a foregone conclusion for you.
Oh, yeah, like I said, this is one of the few things I try and keep regular with. This is just amazing. You all know my love of sports manga. You all know my love of Golden Kamuy. So the fact that these combined in just the most amazing way, which was the author of Golden Kamuy had this hockey manga before Golden Kamuy, and it just failed for any number of reasons. And Golden Kamuy was a smash hit success. And people were like, oh, yeah, so you're going to move on and do something new. He's just like, no, I'm gonna make you read my hockey manga again. It's gonna succeed this time. And I'm like, damn, as a creative, I want that kind of energy. Like, just
Well, yeah.
fuck you, no,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I mean,
write
you're
the
like
thing I
Golden
want to write.
Kamuy. If you like Golden Kamuy, you're like this other thing that I wrote.
And
It
I'm gonna
has
write it
Hokkaido
again.
in it.
Smash it in their face.
There's Hokkaido, there's bears, there's weird sexual undertones.
Yeah, it's got
gonna be great.
It's great. You should read that. I've already poured my heart and soul into it. Read it.
You're gonna frickin' read it now. How about you, Jay? Would you continue reading?
Absolutely. I love Golden Kamuy. So this is very much I am that target audience. So yes, I understood. I understand, Noda. I will read.
Hell yeah. And Jacob.
No asterisk. The thing is, I enjoyed it, and I would love to do more episodes on it, but it's just not the kind of thing I normally read on my own. And it's very much the case of, if the list wasn't 1.5 miles long, it would be on the list, but I know it's going to be so low down, I'm never going to get to it.
Yeah.
So, like, I'd love to do another episode. You know, I'd love to get my feet put to the fire to enjoy more of this great series. It's just not the kind of thing I'm normally into. You know, so, like, yay for the podcast broadening my horizons. I'm glad it makes me, you know, read the stuff that I want to, but never really get around to. This is on that list rather than the I'd read it on my own because I'm that invested.
All right. And with that, thank you everybody once again for tuning into the Over Manga Cast. As always, you can find us on all your social medias where we are at Over Manga Cast.
You can also find us on YouTube where you can like, comment, and subscribe. Give us recommendations on other stuff that we could read. Tell us to read more of this. We also have overmangacast.com where you can also leave comments, recommendations. Tell us what you thought of our reading.
And as always, we appreciate reviews in any and all forms. Go ahead, leave us a comment. Go on to one of the many places you can review: Spotify, iTunes, I guess
Carrier
Apple
Pigeon.
Podcast. Which the funny thing about that, I keep saying iTunes. It has been Apple Podcast longer than this podcast has been a thing. I've just always been incorrect. But
Nah, it's
Go ahead.
iTunes to me.
go ahead, leave a review there. We love hearing from you. I think Dogsred was recommended by a couple people, but I also really liked it, so we got around to it. Speaking of which, things that actually got recommended to us, Sam, what are we reading next time?
Next time, we're going to be reading Sun Korea Undying Love, Volumes 1 and 2. So if you're keeping up with the show, be sure to read that, and we'll see you all in 2 Thursdays. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.